We continue our conversation on the evictions at the Msobomvu flats in the Eastern Cape. For more on this, we're joined by Mnquma Local Municipality spokesperson Loyiso Mpalantshane. Good evening, Loyiso. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. Now, the tenants that we've just spoken to, or at least a representative of the tenants, indicates that they're deeply aggrieved, maintaining that you did not consult them on the decision to evict them. Just share your version of what exactly has happened that has led to this point.
Good evening, Fundo, and the viewers of SABC. Let me start the interview by saying that during the process of evictions, which we carried out today as the municipality, we were approached by the leadership of the recognized community structure, which is the Msobomvu Forum, that represents the tenants and residents at our townships, specifically in Msobomvu. They approached the municipality, and during the discussions that we had with the leadership, it was agreed that people who come forward to sign lease agreements with the municipality will be returned back to the flats from which they have been evicted earlier today.
But they've raised that. On that specific one, yes, they've indicated that they would fall under the grouping of indigent in this respect, that most of them are not working. So they would want to be subsidized. So to go on and sign a document that says that now they have a lease agreement means they are committing themselves to paying rent, meaning if they don't pay, they will be evicted.
We have encouraged, part of the discussion that we had with the leadership today was that those who are unemployed and are indigent, we want them to come forward to be registered on the indigent database, where they could be able to qualify, where they could qualify for free government services. This would include their registration on the housing database, and which process would eventually mean that they are built RDP houses by the Department of Human Settlements. We work with the Department of Settlements at a local level. As a municipality, we provide land on which the department can then be able to build the houses. But it is only people who are registered on the housing and indigent database that can be considered for RDP houses. I just want to say quickly, Fundo, that I think it's quite revealing, the statement by Mr. Fusa to say the municipality, which is a legal entity or a government institution, claims that it owns the land. I think it is a revelation to us that this is exactly the reason that the people have simply refused to come forward, to come and pay, because they don't recognize the authority or the municipality as being the owners of this institution.
Let's say that they had those issues around ownership. Were you able to produce documentation to them, even the eviction orders themselves, to at least indicate that you are the rightful owners and you have been granted this order to evict?
I was at the eviction today where Mr. Fusa was challenging the validity of this eviction order, which we have been granted by a competent court of law, saying that it is outdated because it was issued out in 2023. Well, our legal advisors have told me that an execution order or rather an eviction order remains valid until it is executed, which was the process that we have started today.
So why did you wait so long? Since 2023 until now?
Yes, the original order was issued out in 2023, but because as the municipality, we wanted to use the legal route, or in fact, the evictions were a last option for us, a last resort over the years, and even before 2023, when we approached court for this order, we have been engaging with all the community members of Mnquma, specifically your township, your suburban areas, and the tenants of the flats, to say to sort of show them why it is necessary for all the role players here, the municipality, the community members, business, and all the other interested stakeholders to come together, work together, so that we can begin to advance, accelerate service delivery. For example, as the municipality, since this campaign, our revenue collection campaign, which was launched a little over than 5 years ago, we have managed to collect over 180 million rand from residents who had come forward to sign these agreements. And with that money, we are building a new multi-story office block, which is due for completion later this year. We have seen streets being repaired. We have very few to none potholes in your CBDs. All the townships of Msobomvu, Ibika, Cuba, Mtubakazi, the streets are paved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Loyiso, just in the interest of time, I have to squeeze this question in. It's not to excuse non-payment by these residents, but it seems there's a crisis that's unfolding now. We saw the visuals, people are being evicted, and from what we have gathered from the individual that's representing the tenants, they have no place to go. And you have also indicated that you don't have alternative accommodation. So what is to happen in that respect? Because the court can order an institution or an entity such as yours, being a municipality, as a government, to say, provide the alternative accommodation in the interim.
On the question of alternative accommodation, there's a constitution that says if you evict, you provide alternative land, but rights rights come with responsibilities, and the responsibility of the tenants in this case was to honor their rental payments, of which they have failed to do so. Also, from the meeting today, we had agreed that people who have been evicted and are willing to come forward and negotiate payments that is affordable to them, then they will be returned to the flats that they once occupied, because we need the rent money to renovate these structures. The fact that the structures were dilapidated, it does not give anyone the right to go and occupy a house just because you don't see anyone staying in there, just because the windows are broken. It does not give you the right. These are municipal flats. They are a major source of revenue for us. We have over 527 flats across the townships, and just a little over half of those people have come to sign lease agreements. But you'll be surprised that only 16 people of tenants are paying to the municipality, and we still have to pay the water that they use to the district municipality, and we are not getting anything in return for that. So we're saying it cannot be fair that the municipality must alone spend on expenses where they are where in cases where people can afford. I'll give you another scenario that is unfolding with these municipal facilities. The original tenants, those who previously had lease agreements with the municipality, some of them are civil servants who have now rented these facilities to third parties and collecting a rent which does not make its way to the municipality. I think there's a case of extortion there as well, and so many other, even antisocial behavior, that is experienced there. There are people who are running illegal spaza shops from the flats, and if you get heavy rains, there's flooding, which is a health hazard. We don't want to see a situation where people are trapped in a fire, and I think in essence this eviction serves to save these illegal tenants from themselves. So the relationship, just in conclusion, Mfundo, has not totally broken down. People are still encouraged to come forward and commit to make payments.
All right,
so
Loyiso.
that they can live comfortably and safely.
All right, Loyiso. Thank you very much for your time this evening. That's Loyiso Mpalantshane. He's Mnquma Local Municipality spokesperson.